Well, going live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I think we're live. I pressed the button, so I think this is working. The water you can hear in the background is obviously that Roger's decided now's a good time to go and make a cup of tea. But I think we're here. So welcome. Lovely to see, well, lovely for you to be able to see us, and it's lovely for us to know that you're there with us. We're delighted to be back hosting the 4th Market Street Church lockdown quiz night.
Too early.
No, but we're still delighted to be here.
It's not 8:30, 7:30.
I know, but we're still delighted to be here. We can still talk to people.
Oh, there's a delay. There's a delay on that one.
See, Liz has already posted the score, 306, 214.
Really?
I'm not sure that's been declared yet.
Oh, it must have been.
No, it hasn't. It's a wish. It's a wish.
Is it a wish?
It's a wish. So I think the teams are rolling in. Hopefully we've got people there, that you're ready and up for a few questions. As the last one, we've got a bit of silliness for you, a bit of seriousness. Want to challenge you just a little bit. Hello, Sue. Nice to see you there. Nice to see you, Liz. Steve, nice to see you. Nice to see the Dizzy Rascals, Quizzy Rascals even.
Broomhill Posse.
Yeah, Broomhill Posse. So it's really good to see people are here and joining us. Nice that Rev & Co is here too. Welcome. It's now 7:30, so I can start my introduction. So we're delighted to be back hosting the 4th Market Street Church lockdown quiz night, and we're thrilled that so far we've got 8 teams, I think, including some from afar. You'll be pleased to know, the regulars, that we have the winners from each of the 3 quizzes we've previously had. We have the winners of those 3 quizzes who are here fighting to win again. You're all welcome to be here. Bear with us. It's a while since we've played with this technology, so who knows whether we've forgotten how it all works. And Simon's not here to hold our hand, so this is how it is. Keep chatting to us either on the Facebook thread or the YouTube live chat so that we know you're here. We anticipate, as ever, that it will last about an hour and a half. Our challenge is to be off and done in time for Have I Got News For You? Because I think it could be a good one this evening. There's 5 rounds with a break in the middle where there will be a challenge for you all and hopefully a bit of silliness. Before we start, make sure that you have your snacks and any drinks you want. As ever, we'll be trusting you to mark your own answers, so please try and be fair. We prefer you to not use the internet because that would be cheating. The prize is personal pride, satisfaction and smugness, and a drink of your own preference from your own personal cellar. At the end of each round, please send in your answers to us, or your score, we don't want to know your answers, via either the Facebook thread, YouTube Live, or directly on WhatsApp or Messenger, whichever works easier for you, and we'll try to keep up with all of it. As we start, let us know if we're going through it too quickly or slowly. Let us know if you want any questions repeated. We will monitor everything as much as we can. And we'd love to see pictures of you. So if you want to post a picture of your team and your glorious loveliness on the Facebook feed, we'd love to see you. Obviously, as ever, special bonus points for costumes, novelty hats, headwear, etc. So let's start. 5 rounds. And the first round is, she says, hurrying up. First round is literature.
Who's doing this?
Do you want to do it?
I don't. So first round, first question. You can see it there, hopefully. Daisy Buchanan is a main character in which F. Scott Fitzgerald novel? So Daisy Buchanan is a main character in which F. Scott Fitzgerald novel? Question 2. Who wrote The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time? Who wrote The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time? Question 3. What's the cat called in Macbeth? So what's the cat called in Macbeth? Question 4. Which children's author wrote Swallows and Amazons? So who wrote Swallows and Amazons? Question 5. In the Dr. Doolittle stories, what animal was Dab Dab? So in Dr. Doolittle, what animal was Dab Dab? In which country was Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code banned? Is question 6. In which country was Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code banned? And what book is Winston Smith a main character in? So what book is Winston Smith a main character in? Very simply, who wrote Black Beauty? Who wrote Black Beauty? Question 9. Which writer married Anne Hathaway? Which writer married Anne Hathaway? And the last literature question, question 10. Who's the current poet laureate for this country? The current poet laureate for this country. So do I get a quiz again?
No, you don't get a quiz. No.
So I won't press.
You have to wait. That may have been a bit quick. So if anybody would like any of the questions again, let us know.
Too quiet now.
Do you like me to sing?
Oh, they can say us, can't they?
What's it say?
Team name, we demand a recount.
Who was that?
Emily.
There
you go.
Okay.
Okay, Emily.
Two on the same theme.
So there are two teams that seem to be election linked. One team called Stop the Count and one team called We Demand a Recount. So I think both of those would be Republicans, I think.
How do you work that out?
Oh my goodness, we got 3, please, from Isabel.
You want number 3 repeated? Number 3 is...
I thought that was a bit quick for your...
What's the cat called in Macbeth?
For that to be your score, because we haven't given the answers yet. So what's the cat called in Macbeth?
Ah.
We've already won.
You reckon? The "we demand a recount" is about how much milk there is in the food bank.
Nothing to do with the election, then. That's to do with milk stocked in the food bank.
Right. If there's no more requests for questions to be repeated, we will go straight into the answers. So, number 1, Daisy Buchanan was the main character in The Great Gatsby. Who wrote The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime? It was Mark Haddon. The cat in Macbeth is called Greymalkin, which you may or may not pronounce like that. Do you think you pronounce it like that? That's how I pronounce it.
Greymalkin, yes. Don't know how else you could.
Swallows and Amazons was written by Arthur Ransom. Dr. Doolittle, Dab Dab, was a duck.
Be interested in any other answers that people put, which might be amusing. The Lebanon banned the Da Vinci Code. So that's answer 6 was Lebanon. And Winston Smith was a character in 1984. Black Beauty was written by Anna Sewell. Question 8. Anne Hathaway was married to William Shakespeare. Question 9. And the current poet laureate is Simon Armitage. Simon Armitage. So there are only 10 points in that round. Some of the rounds have got more points than that this time. But this round, I think they're all single answers, so it's a maximum of 10.
So scores, please.
Scores when you've worked them out. Better keep an eye on the revenue code, 7 out of 10.
Excellent.
Better keep an eye on the US election, don't we? Demand a recount, 5.
Do we get half a point for Joanna Sewell?
Joanna Sewell?
What was the answer?
What question was that?
Anna Sewell. Oh, it's very
Joanna.
close. Oh,
Was she known as Joanna then?
Well, it's a question. Do they give a half a point for?
Yes.
You can have half a point. 6-4. Stop the count. The Southern Babes for 5, I believe. Right, can you read the scores out for me? That would be quite useful if you did. 6.
Isabel 6.
Yeah.
Quizzy Rascals 6.5. Steve Nichols, Southern Bells.
Yeah.
5.
So waiting for the Broomhill Posse. And we're waiting for Corona Loan for scores, please. That'll come on your phone, won't it?
Might do.
And your WhatsApp. No, not there yet. Okay, while we're waiting for those 2 scores, So far, the top score in the first round was Rev & Co with 7. They're obviously our literary geniuses. This one, a special request for this round. In fact, this brings together 2 requests for rounds that we had. One was the 80s and somebody else wanted music. So we've gone for 80s music. So.
We're going to wait a few seconds for the scores.
They'll come in. They'll come in. Which singer-songwriter's real name is Michael Barrett?
Question 2. What was the best-selling single of the 1980s here in the UK? How did we say that in your preamble?
Say what?
Illegal half a point.
The natives are revolting already.
Mm.
What year was Live Aid? Was his Culture Club's frontman, Boy George's, real name? What was the first single released from Michael Jackson's worldwide #1 album, Thriller? Got that. Lots of songs off this one. Which one was the first single? Number 6, name the 2 members of Pet Shop Boys, or the Pet Shop Boys, who formed after meeting in a shop in London in 1981. Which U2 album gave the Irish band their first US #1 album? Who are you chatting to? Yeah. Which singer won the Eurovision Song Contest twice in the 80s, the only person ever to do so, and for which country? So that's a 2-point question. I'll give them extra time for this one because they've got 2 things to write down.
Yeah, that's good.
Number 9, Madness, had 15 top 10 hits in the 80s. I'll just let the clock strike. This is obviously striking a 1/4 strike with 8 bongs.
It's an 8 bong.
So Madness had 15 top 10 hits in the 80s, but only one of them reached #1. Which was it?
There are obviously lots of extra points for those who send their answers in by post.
Finally, who is the lead singer of the band Frankie Goes to Hollywood? I'm expecting high marks in this round. So I think we have some music buffs and people who were around in the 80s. Clearly, there's one team who may be disadvantaged in terms of not living through the 80s, but they listened to music in the 80s.
Listened to a lot of the music we played. You got it.
Got it. I got it.
Got it.
Right. Are you ready for some answers, or would you like any repeats of that round?
Tried to send it on my Facebook.
Who's that? Okay. Does anybody want any repeats of the questions, any of those questions, or shall we go straight into the answers? I'm going in. Michael Barrett was Shakin' Stevens, who was behind the green door.
That's another question. Number 6. Where's back to number 6?
Oh.
Gary. Pet Shop Boys. The 2 people in the Pet Shop Boys. So that's two points as well.
It is.
Or 4 points if you think their first name and the...
No. 2 points. Right, I'm going back to the answers because we'd started. So, Shakin' Stevens, we'd already done. The best-selling single of the 1980s in the UK was Do They Know It's Christmas by Band Aid. I think it went in twice in the 80s, which helped it to that level. Live Aid was 1985. How can it be so long ago? Boy George's real name is George O'Dowd. The first single released from Thriller was The Girl Is Mine. I wouldn't have got that right if I hadn't known. So the 2 members of the Pet Shop Boys are Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe. So that's a point for Neil Tennant and a point for Chris Lowe. The U2 album, which was their first #1 album, was The Joshua Tree.
First US #1 album.
Sorry, yes. Oh, I've had a request.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all? Do. Something like that.
It's a strange key. Feed the world. Do they know it's Christmas time? Which singer won the Eurovision Song Contest twice in the 80s? The only person ever to do so, and for which country? It was, of course, Johnny Logan for Ireland. So it's 2 points, 1 for Johnny Logan and 1 for Ireland.
You can blame Emily for that.
Yeah, that was Emily's fault.
Too soon.
Madness had 15 top 10 hits. Which one of them reached #1? It was House of Fun. It has to be noted, Emily wanted me to sing it, not you.
Yeah, well, never mind.
And the lead singer of the band, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, was Holly Johnson. Okay, so we're ready for more scores on the doors. As I say, I'm expecting high marks. That's out of 12, I reckon, for that round. So what have we got? Oh, here we go. Right. Read them out.
Gary, 8. Steve Nichols, 7. 3 from Polly.
7 for Southern Babes. Quizzy Rascals, 3. David was there.
10.5.
Yeah.
Where'd you
get the 0.5 from?
On that one.
If that's 9.5, they've written down.
No, I said 10.5.
We need to know the whereabouts of the 0.5, because 0.5 judgments can only be made by us.
Yeah, we demand a recount.
So Corona alone, we haven't got yet. Stop the count. What do they reckon? 10.5. Can you explain your half, please?
6.5 from Corona alone.
Where do they get a half point?
I think there'll be some legal challenges to some of these scores.
Oh, you just got a Chris out of the Pet Shop Boys. They only got the first name, not
Chris
the surname.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let that one off. So have I got the Isabel? Have I got you yet? And we demand a recount, we need.
Do you have 0.5 point for George of Boy George?
No, because I gave you boy. No.
His first name wasn't George, was it? Or it was... Oh, yes, it was. Yeah.
No.
It's a bit cheeky.
Who's asking?
Richard. Anyway, move on.
We want scores from the lovely Isabel and scores from We Demand a Rain. Oh, we've got that.
We demand a recount 7. We demand a recount 7.
Excellent.
Just Isabel, the one and only.
Okay, the last round before the break is... Who is it?
Oh, yes, who is it and where are they? I put this together, so it's my fault. There's more than 10 of them.
They're 14.
They're statues, and we'd like to know not only who it's a statue of, but where in the world is the statue? So I'll let you see the first one and then you'll get the idea. So who is it and where are they? See, I thought this was too easy, but Dino didn't know it, which says something, I suppose.
So it's more about me than the...
It's more about Dino than it does about me.
Okay.
You happy with that one? Yes, you're happy with that one.
I knew who this was.
Yes.
Although I didn't spell her name properly.
And it's not called Woman on a Chair. It's actually a statue commemorating a real person who lived, as was the first one, obviously, and still alive, the first one. I'm giving too many clues.
Will you shut up?
Not really. Oh, what's that say?
That's the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who edited this?
I'm not sure this looks very much like him. And I've seen this in real life and it doesn't look very much like him, does it?
Move on.
If I saw this person on a bright sunny day, I wouldn't know who they were.
It was a bright sunny day.
It was. Is that our picture?
No.
Yeah, all right, just checking.
I'm trying to giving hints away now to say that you've seen it.
I've seen that one. Press the button.
Beautiful. Number 5. Isabel 7.
Well done, Isabel.
Thank you, Isabel. Had enough of that one. Number 6. Quite a fetching shade of blue, isn't it?
Should we tell them that this one is no longer standing, but where it was standing? We're not interested in that. Okay.
Number 7, this is all just for you quizzes.
Is that modelled on you, dear?
I'm not sure it was. Number 8, a man on a bench. Number 9, 2 men on a bench.
Ah, so that's an extra point, isn't it? So it's 3 points for this particular
3
statue.
points on this slide.
1 each for the people. And where is it?
Number 10.
Is this one?
What? Is this one what? It's not a man on a bench, it's a man on a stool, I think.
There are.
Number 11. Number 12.
Seen that one.
Still don't
Again,
think it's very
not
good.
sure he looks very much like him.
Not brilliant, is it? But that's a good quiz then. Number 13, this is a title of the statue, not the names of the specific women.
I'm particularly fond of this one.
And if you know where it is, it will give you a hint to its title.
Or if you know what it's called, that will give you a hint to where it is.
Yes. Or even what it's made of will give you a hint. Anyway, I'm moving on. Just let the clock.
No, that's all it's going to do because it's 1:15, obviously.
The sculptor couldn't be bothered doing the other hand, I don't think.
Is that a clue?
Or it fell off.
That's the last one.
Is that the last one?
Yeah.
So there are 14 slides, but there are some with more points than that. And there are points, at least 14 points for location. So
So would anybody like to see any of those again? Speak to us.
Chat, chat, chat.
We could always sing while we're waiting for you to tell us if you want us to show you any of them again, obviously.
Let's have a look, see if anything has happened yet.
Not going to happen yet.
No. No.
Oh, what was that?
Notification, Richard. All of them. You can't have all of them.
You can't have all of them again. No, you don't really want all of them.
Well, by the time I've gone backwards and forwards. We're going to go, when I get there, we're going to go to the answers. So you want the name of the statue or the person and the location. Right, I thought it was an easy one.
Go on then.
Number 1 is Woody Allen, and I was absolutely sure it would have been in New York or Manhattan to be precise, but it isn't at all. It's in a place called Oviedo in Spain.
Okay.
So Woody Allen in Spain.
This is Emmeline Pankhurst in Manchester, St. Peter's Square, Manchester specifically, but Manchester would be lovely.
Number 3, Terry Wogan. We'd missed the fact, and you may not have missed the fact, that it's been signed.
Well, he didn't sign it. That is his signature, but
Terry Wogan, and it's in Limerick, and we went to see it unveiled, and we don't think it's a very good likeness.
We're very underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed. But it was a nice weekend. Number 4, we saw that this year as well. Well, that's not my photograph. That's Cristiano Ronaldo in Funchal in Madeira.
Apparently, he's a footballer.
Beautiful place. And he comes from Madeira, and I think he owns lots of property there, as you would. Number 5. Now, I suppose, well, he isn't anymore, is he? It's
We're still in Bristol.
Edward Colston. He's not moved from Bristol. He did briefly have a swim in the harbour, didn't he? And he doesn't look as nice as that anymore. But that's Edward Colston before he was beaten up and thrown in the harbour in Bristol.
You don't need time between them.
Number 6 is Melania Trump, allegedly, and this isn't there anymore. It was in Slovenia, and somebody burnt it down. It was wooden, or is wooden, or was wooden. And it was supposed to be a likeness of Melania Trump.
Not so flattering.
Not so flattering.
This is The Thinker. The original is in the Rodin Museum in Paris, although that's plainly outside.
Yes, and there are others. So, but we were looking for Paris. You'll get a point for Paris. If you've got one on your sideboard at home, you don't get a point.
This man on a bench is John Lennon, not in Central Park,
which Diana
not in Liverpool, but in Cuba. So we're expecting David and Jane to get that one because they've been to Cuba, haven't they?
And so we want to know if you saw this one while you were there.
Did you sit on the bench with him? So 3 points for this one. Churchill and Roosevelt, and it's in New Bond Street in London. Clearly, lots of people have sat on their knees, judging from the shininess.
Sat in the middle.
And sat in the middle, but plainly their knees are quite shiny, aren't they?
That's Winston, obviously. And Teddy.
Indeed. This one is Falstaff. It's in Stratford-on-Avon. Lovely clue in the background of the narrowboats. As you know from us, we can't resist a narrowboat in the background.
It wasn't our picture, though.
No, it's true.
But we have more just literally just there, just behind there.
Number 11. This is John Wayne in Iowa.
Get off of your horse. 3 and 4.
Yeah, a bit late. You probably want us to repeat them. It's too late. Number 12. This is Ronnie Barker in Aylesbury.
We saw this one as well, and we didn't think it was a very good likeness. But it is supposed to be Ronnie Barker.
There are lots of pictures with Ronnie Corbett sat next to him. And this looks much better, more like Ronnie Barker in those. That's why I covered it up in the original.
Oh, is that?
Yes.
Covered up in the original.
This lovely statue in Sheffield called the Women of Steel. Like that one. And finally, Nelson on top of Trafalgar, on top of his column in Trafalgar Square. So I think that will be out of 29.
Because there are 2 people.
2 points for each one, 3 for the one of Churchill and Roosevelt. So I think it's out of 29.
So lots of points.
Lots of points. We demand a recount. 14.
Oh, we're going to get
well done.
Scores in. Oh, Steve Nichols, 18, Southern Bells.
Yep.
The Emery's 13.
The Emery's? Rev and Co.
Emery's.
Yeah.
Whoever they are. Gary Rev and Co. is 11.
So 13 for the Emery's. Rev and Co. 11. The one and only, not yet, it was Richard.
14.
Quizzy Rascals, 20.
20 from the Rascals.
I'm impressed.
Wow.
Surprised, but impressed.
Still no result in the US election, apparently.
So we're looking for 2 more results for We Demand a Recount and the one and only. Right, while we're waiting for that, we're now at time for a break. So
14.
During the break...
David thinks he's got 14.
14, okay.
Stop the count.
So during the break today, we're going to have a challenge for you. We're going to stop for about 10 minutes. So by my kitchen clock, it's 10 past 8 now. So we'll come back at 20 past 8. Our challenge for you tonight is 10 minutes to take a photo of your team and these 5 things. We want you to find a physical photo of the oldest person on your team, a book by an author beginning with S, something homemade, something yellow, and something that floats. It's arbitrary. Okay, so you've got 10 minutes to pay a call, make yourself comfortable.
It doesn't have to be floating, it's just something that floats.
Unless it's something that wouldn't ordinarily float and you need to prove that it's float, that it will float.
Unless you want to, anyway. Oh, we've got a photo already. Something that floats.
Is that the oldest person on our team? Oh, I don't believe that she's the oldest person on your team, surely. Judy.
Anyway, thank you, Polly. Isn't it interesting that the team called We Demand a Recount or Stop the Count have twice changed their score?
Well, there's the irony, eh?
Right, can we mute ourselves for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not and leave the picture up.
Can we?
No, I don't think so.
All right, we'll just have to
be quiet.
Oh, you're getting photos in.
Now, how did we do this before?
You did like a montage, didn't you?
Yes, and what?
Oh, no idea. It's beyond me.
It's got photos coming in from all over the place. Oh no, let's do it the other way, actually.
Something yellow, washing up liquid.
Shh, don't say that, because you give people a clue.
Yeah, getting lots of stuff.
Is that supposed to be something that floats, Polly?
Yeah, it's a jumper.
Oh, something homemade. Oh, yeah. 2 homemades I've got there.
Is Martin playing tonight, Jack? Yes. Hello, Martin. How are you?
Right, so I got, oh, blimey.
So you're going to have so many pictures.
Sent in 2 of everything. They're very uncoordinated.
The Quizzy Rascals are way on top of the photos. We've got them all in already, I think.
So the oldest member is Martin's.
Oh, hello, Martin's
Mum.
parents. Hello, Michael. Nice photo.
Strap.
This is going to take, I'm going to have to do the last 2 rounds while you sort the pictures in. All 5, Richard Whittington. We've got a fantastic photo with all 5 things in one photo.
Hooray!
How am I going to get that to you?
Save the photo. Press that. Do that one.
We've got video from Polly.
Proving that a marshmallow floats. Yeah, good one. Okay.
Well done, Denise and Richard.
Well done, Lynn. Thank you. Good prize. No, I don't want that. Don't do that to me. Oh, and a team photo.
Team photo.
Excellent.
We've had somebody send a video of a marshmallow that was obviously floating.
I've got great photos. Thank you, everybody, for your photos. So I've got 3 minutes to try and do something with them.
Oh, there's no rush.
Before we start the next round. You could do the next round, couldn't you?
No, I'll do the next round. I might have a Ferrero Rocher.
Might you?
As a treat. Oh, something from Emily.
Right.
So how do you, you can get that because it's on Santa's Elves. Exact same age. Wow. Who'd have thought? They were cork, yeah, cork floats. Picture of, yeah, Gary Sobers.
Is he yellow?
No, he's an author of a book.
Gary Sobers, the
cricketer, and a picture of a yellow bee. I think it's a bee. Very nice.
Are you eating?
Mm.
Right. It's 20 past. So I'm going to be doing some playing. And Roger's going to do the next round. There you go, Rog.
Okay, so this round is about cities. So question 1, which British city has more trees per person than any other city in Europe? I've got a score from Isabel, 1 and only.
I've got that.
You got that, 13.
Yeah, I just haven't got a score for Emily's.
So which British city has more trees per person than any other city in Europe? Question 2, name the northernmost city in the United Kingdom. The northernmost city in the United Kingdom. And it's not Birmingham. Question 3, which British city was the most severely damaged during World War II? 95% of its houses were damaged. Question 4, which city is an anagram of Corny Vet? Corny Vet. Not here in the UK. Which is the highest capital city in the world? The highest capital city in the world was question 5. Which Welsh town has applied unsuccessfully to be a city 3 times since the year 2000? Question 7. Which city has the most restaurants with Michelin stars or Michelin stars? Question 8. In which city did the Beatles play their last proper concert? I think there are some Beatles aficionados who would think that something they did on a rooftop, but I'm not thinking of that. That was impromptu apparently. But their last proper concert, which city did that happen in? Nine, Washington, D.C. is on the same latitude as a European capital. So which European capital is on the same latitude as Washington, D.C.? And question 10 on cities, the last question in this round. Which Spanish city is on the, well what we call the Greenwich Meridian, but is known also as the Prime Meridian? Which Spanish city? So you've had a latitude and now you've got a longitude question.
Well, I've got other photos. Where are they?
Simon's having a lot of fun with your photos. You've got any photos that include booze?
I haven't seen any booze. Who did I have photos come through from that I can't now find? Oh, this is trickery pokery.
Well, they're still counting in America, but if you can, oh, you can't count your points in this round yet. I haven't told you the answers, have I? So I'm going to move on to answers unless anybody quickly chats that they want a repeat of a question. Okay, I'm going to go to question 1, which was, can't remember. The British city has more trees per person than any other city in Europe is Sheffield. Even though there was controversy about Sheffield Council cutting down lots of their trees. Question 2. The northernmost city in the United Kingdom is Inverness. The British city the most severely damaged during the war, World War II, was Hull. The anagram of CORNY VET, obviously, is Coventry.
Did we get a score?
13.
No, I wasn't asking for them. I was asking for we demand a recap.
Oh.
Emily, can we have a score for your round 3, please?
Which is the highest capital city in the world? Is La Paz in Bolivia at 3,650 meters.
Thank you.
Thank you. Which Welsh town has applied unsuccessfully to be a city 3 times? Is Wrexham. Must be a bit sad for them. And it's Tokyo. Question 7 is Tokyo, most Michelin starred restaurants.
Broomhill Posse and Sue, I don't know if I've missed your mark as well for the round 3 for the statues. Please.
San Francisco, question 8. In which city did the Beatles play their last proper concert? It was San Francisco.
No song about San Francisco.
Are you giving everybody a mark or
everybody that's sent some in?
You're not giving a special mark for the
Well, we'll show them in a minute.
Or...
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So harsh with your points.
I might give a point to those that managed to send all 5 pictures in one photo.
Yes. Well, the quickest one of those was Richard and Denise.
Yeah, I think it was.
Lisbon is answer 9. Washington, D.C. on the same latitude as Lisbon in Portugal, obviously. And finally, which Spanish city is on the Greenwich Meridian? Is Valencia.
No, don't tell me I deleted it.
You can get it back from deleted, can't you?
No, it's not deleted. It's still there. Look.
Oh.
That was a worry.
Biased against people obeying.
It's a bias against people obeying who don't live together.
Are you trying to tell me?
Last time you managed to collect all your photos together, Holly, and collage them and send them to me in one thingy, which was much easier.
Young lady of your talents, collage a few things. We've collaged them.
In a very decorative way.
And I would question Dizzy Rascals because I've got an inference that Martin's parents.
Yeah. What? What about Martin's parents? I know it's not you, dear. It's not. Come on.
Fine, that's fine. Sorry, I'm just. We're going to move on to some answers. I think. Oh, hold on. We've got a whole line of 4, 5, 2, 3.
Oh, is that answers?
No, we haven't given them the answers. Oh, yes, we have given them the answers.
You're all over this. Go on, then read them out.
Well, Matthew.
Oh, that was for the last round. 14.
4. Matthew's saying 4. Gary, Rev and Co 5. Southern Bells 2. The David.
Stop the
count 3.
Really?
Very low scoring round. Obviously made it too hard.
Corona Loan, Quizzy Rascals.
Corona Loan 5, if that's.
Quizzy Rascals. Broomhill Posse. And the one and only we're waiting for. Broomhill Posse, we're waiting for your scores for the last. No, he's not concentrating.
Not really.
He's lost it.
I haven't lost it. There's only one round left, you'll be pleased to know, and Dinah's put the next round together, and she's quite pleased with it. It's one of those say what you see rounds, but she'll explain it to you in a minute. Similar to the David round, if you remember.
Will you stop giving clues away? Oh, lovely having you. Right, I think I'm going to just share the scores with you. If we can, if that's going to work. Oh, no, it's not going to work.
It was there then.
It was there and it went. Now I can't share the scores with you. We'll go back to the quiz.
We'll try once more. It was there.
It'll come. It'll come. So, for our final round, the other request I got for a round from last time was that we would do another round like Name the David. So, no expense spared. This time we have Name the Janes. So have to bear in mind, if you ask for the round, the risk is that I will go through your Facebook account and come up with as many dodgy photos as I can. So in this round, we'd like you to work out who the Janes are. So number one, we have Jane somebody. Who is that somebody? Clearly a matching sweater. Bonus point there, Liz. Number two.
Squeaky chair. Yeah. Still not there.
Number three. Clue for this one is that the Jane doesn't necessarily come at the beginning. Wasn't Maddie cute? I'm assuming that's Maddie. Nearly four. Who, me? As I say, if you particularly ask for this round,
Who's the bloke sat on the wall?
The naked one. Well, the cat's trying to look, isn't it? Number 5.
No rude answers on this one.
Number 6. I particularly like this one. She's trying to move away from that balloon, isn't she? Number 7.
Brilliant, somebody says. Brilliant. That's you.
But it's nice because she's got the moustache under control now, hasn't she? Number 8.
Even more trouble. I don't even know if I know this one.
Yes, you do.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yes.
Number 9. This helps for this one if you think more of a northern accent, and it's lovely to see Michael in the background.
Michael in the background. Jane drinking Prosecco from a bottle from a straw. And finally,
So, would anybody like any of those repeated?
imagine Jane would like them all repeated.
Jane would like them all repeated, obviously. But would anybody else like any of them repeated, please?
Number 1.
What's Richard saying?
3 and 4. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
We'll do 3 and 4 for you. Number 3.
We've already won. Stop the count.
Oh, sorry, I've done 5. 4. Okay, we're going to go to answers. I'll let Diana explain them because she put them together.
Okay. Number 1 is Jane Austen.
Have you not got? You haven't written them. Oh, it's Jane Austen.
It's Jane Austen. It's a picture of Jane Austen.
Oh, what's changed? Oh, yes, it's changed. Jane Austen's changed.
That's obviously an Austen Carr, an English novelist of Pride and Prejudice fame. Number 2. So Jane Banks from Mary Poppins. The children were Jane and Michael Banks. Number 3, Calamity Jane. We liked that one. American frontiersman or woman. Number 4 is Jane Seymour. Either British American actress or the third wife of Henry VIII. Whichever one you like, both work.
Thought of. Jane Wave Rocks.
Number 5 is Jane MacDonald.
Jane Coat Idiot.
That's more polite than you normally are about him.
Trench arse.
Stop it. Number 6 is Jane Sixsmith. I particularly like this one with the 6 Smiths.
And it's question 6.
And it's question 6. She's a British hockey player in the 92 Olympic team. Number 7 is Lady Jane Grey. Known as the 9-Day Queen from 1553. Number 8 is Jane Horrocks, who's an English actor and comedian. Number 9 is Jane Danson. He's an actor, famously in Coronation Street. I think she did either Strictly or Dancing on Ice or one of those things as well. Number 10 is Jane Torville. So there you have tonight's quiz.
Just in time, 9 o'clock.
No, that's, yeah, but it's on the wrong thingy, isn't it? So, can you throw your answers in, please?
Doesn't seem to be any extra points in terms of the US election yet. Still 6 states to declare, and it's still Biden on 253 and Trump on 214, according to the BBC. Quizzy Rascals 10.
Quizzy Rascals 10.
Oh, we've got David Emery's on 10, Steve Nichols on 10.
So Stop the Count was 10.
Yeah. Southern Bells 10. Rev 9. Quizzy Rascals 10. Matthew and Emily 8. Oh, yeah, good idea, David. Thinks they scored double because Jane was in them all.
That just made it easier for you because obviously you recognised her.
The Whittingtons, 9.
So I don't know if you're still there, but I haven't got any scores for you for the last 3 rounds, rounds 3, 4 and 5. I'm just showing the photos that were sent in. This is Quizzy Rascals while we wait for the last scores. This is Stop the Count. Looking gorgeous, aren't they? Gorgeous.
Something homemade. That looks nice.
Yeah, and a duck.
Quilting or something?
Some quilting and a duck and some matches. And yellow flowers and a book.
Shakespeare. Yeah.
This is We Demand a Recount.
With a cork.
And a blanket.
And a homemade blanket, yeah. Or some, what do you call that? Crochet.
Obviously, I'm going to now have to recount to make sure the scores work.
Nice.
This is Broomhill Posse.
Banana, something yellow, something floating, a bowl floating in a bowl.
And a book.
And a photo.
Homemade and a photo.
And one of you was the oldest, I'm sure. Gary seems to be featured in that one. Another banana.
Ice that floats.
That looks the same as...
Yeah, we've got some of those hammer beads, haven't we?
Hammer beads.
And a book by Douglas Stewart.
Biblical commentary, yeah. What's that picture of?
Ice.
Oh, yes.
Ice floats.
Ice floats, definitely.
And a picture of Denise, something yellow, something homemade, a duck, a book. I can't believe that Denise is older. And there's the picture.
Yeah.
There's the 5 things. Well done to the Southern
like
babes for putting everything in the same place.
Is that a llama or a...
Well, it's a Christmassy thing.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of yellow.
Yeah, nice. How's Hampshire anyway? Is it good?
Right, so I'm still waiting for scores from the one and only and the Broomhill Posse. If they are going to come.
9, Richard Whittington, did we get that?
Yeah, got that. Otherwise, I will have to publish the score as the score is, which is incomplete.
So as we're going to be in lockdown for a few more weeks, do people want another quiz in 2 weeks' time, or is there an appetite for fortnightly now that the winter's coming?
Or would you rather not see us again? Ooh.
6 for Isabel.
Maybe that was the problem. 6 for Isabel. Thank you, Isabel.
Daily. No, Polly, we're not doing it daily. An Advent quiz. That
obviously,
would be nice.
there's an option for some Christmassy things to happen, isn't there?
Yes, please, from Richard. Thank you.
So this is the score.
No Christmas songs. So who's won?
Don't count the votes. Don't count the votes.
It's very close.
Well, as it stands, one team did particularly well on the statues round.
Yeah.
And I have to declare, Quizzy Rascals, who were the reigning champions, have won again.
Unless the Broomhill Posse have smashed it
out the park
on the 3 rounds that they haven't put in yet.
So that's the score.
It's just like the US, it's unresolved. We can't yet say that the Quizzy Rascals have won until there's perhaps recounts with the Broomhill Posse.
Sue, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm not getting them. I have now got your scores. I will put them in.
Hold on then.
It's not going to change things. We want to recount. Well, what can you do? What can you do? So judging from the number of replies that I've got about whether we want more quizzes, yes, you'd particularly like them and you'd like me to sing more. And there are 3 people that particularly like questions on the band Carol book. And so it seems like that is the final scores on the door. So congratulations to the Quizzy Rascals.
And close
well done.
By Stop the Count.
Really, really close tonight. So there were 5 teams that were over 40, which is really, really good. So very impressed. Thank you for playing with us. We will arrange another one. Can't promise that it won't be Christmassy next time. And go enjoy a little bit of calmness. Have I got news for you?
Have I got news for you is on. Have a drink.
5 minutes. Thank you all for playing.
Keep sending. 0.5%. We're still live. We're still live.
We're still live. Well, I can. And yes, the other thing is I did accept requests for a round this time. So if anybody else has a request for a round they'd like to include next time, let us know. But that is us, and we are now signing off. Good night, and thank you.